Hello students, in this lecture number 11 on IPC, we are going to discuss section 24 and 25 of IPC. Now let us start the video with the concept of dishonestly, which has been dealt with in section 24. What is the bare language of this section? Now let us study. Whoever does anything, whoever does anything with the intention, there must be an intention of causing wrongful gain to one person or wrongful loss to another person is said to do that thing dishonestly. So, after reading section 24, it is very clear that the word employed in the section 24 is or. So, the intention may be either of causing wrongful gain to one person, or the intention may be to cause wrongful loss to another person. If he has either intention, then at that time the thing is said to be done with that intention which is dishonest. So it is not necessary for a thing to be done dishonestly that there should be an intention to cause both wrongful gain and wrongful loss, because the word employed is or, not and. Intention to cause wrongful loss would be more than sufficient to say that the person does that thing dishonestly. Number two, an actual intention to convert an illegal or doubtful claim into an apparently legal one makes an action dishonest. Obviously, if you are converting the illegal or doubtful claim into the legal one, then at that time you have the dishonest intention. Okay, now let us take an example. In a case, A was entitled to the possession of his house from B. He sued B for the arrear of rents. Okay, A sued B for arrear of rent, but he based his claim on a rent note which was found to be not genuine. I repeat, A sued B for arrear of rent, basing his claim on a rent note which was found to be not genuine. It is very important. The rent note was not genuine. A was not entitled to rent at a rate fixed by the rent note. Okay, A had an intention to cause wrongful gain to B. A had an intention to cause wrongful gain to himself and wrongful loss to B, and therefore the claim of A was said to have been made dishonestly. Okay, so what is section 25? Section 25 talks about fraudulently. When a person is said to do a thing fraudulently, now let us study. A person is said to do a thing fraudulently if he does that thing with the intention to defraud. It means if you have the intent to defraud another person, then you are doing that thing fraudulently, but not otherwise. What is the meaning of intent to defraud? The word fraud and defraud are not defined in IPC. The meaning of defraud has to be determined with reference to the following elements. If you are deceiving to another person, or if you have an intention to deceive another person, or in some cases if you are making some secret from another person so that deception can be practiced on another person, it means you have the intent to defraud. And either actual injury or a possible injury or an intent to expose some person either to actual injury or to a risk of possible injury by means of deceit or secrecy. Okay, so we have discussed both fraudulently and dishonestly. Whether these are the same things? Answer is no. There are two differences between fraudulent and dishonest intention. Dishonestly does not require deception or concealment as its ingredient. Okay, while deception or concealment is an ingredient of fraudulently. Okay, number two, dishonestly requires an intention to cause wrongful loss or a wrongful gain of property, whereas Fraudulently does not require such an intention. There can be fraud even though there is no intention to cause pecuniary loss to the person deceived. So, this is something about fraudulently and dishonestly in this lecture. Thank you.